intriguing. One San Francisco-based investor who spoke to Wylie about his startup in 2014, please.
No, sorry, Mr. X.
But declined to invest. It's very important. It's very relevant because most of the allegations that have been put to this committee stem from one source. They've gained traction in the media, and if you don't understand why these allegations have been made, then they're going to be given unnecessary credibility, and it's important.
Well, your assertion is not true, that the only evidence that we have about the work Alexander Kogan was doing, the significance of it, it comes from what Christopher Wylie has told us. It comes from documents that the committee have received, contracts that you signed with GSR that bear your signature.
Sorry, that's not what I said. What I said was most of the allegations that have been made against my company come from one source.
The issue was you totally glossed over when you could have chosen to give a more honest and more full answer to the questions you asked. I asked you about your relationship with GSR when you gave evidence before, and you didn't mention any of it. And
you would appreciate, Mr. Chairman,
you wanted us to believe that there was just a very small, as you said, small, short-term academic project that had gone nowhere. And yet what we have is not Christopher Wylie's opinion, but facts, documents, detailing the work that was to be done, what was to be paid for it, what it was to be used for, not on an ad hoc basis, but commissioned to support elections being run in specific states in the United States of America, and how you'd remunerate it. That's what we're basing our questions on, and our questions to you about whether you were clear with us, not just what Christopher Wylie has said, but by evidence that you don't dispute and that is in the public domain.
You will remember that at the time that I appeared before you, the issue of Facebook data, the issue of GSR and Kogan, was not a sensational news story.
You didn't tell us about it. You didn't tell us about Facebook.
Yeah.
Actually, at that time, the thrust of your inquiry was in a completely different in a completely different area, and that's where we were focusing. You yourself only asked 3 questions on it out of 200 or 250. It wasn't an important topic, and I gave it as much attention as you gave it yourself. There was not an intention to obfuscate. As I told you earlier, my relationship with GSR was already in the public domain, and of course that is why I came back here to clarify that. Clearly, things have changed in the last 3 months.
But things have changed for us because we've actually seen evidence. At the time we didn't. So you're quite right that I asked you 3 or 4 questions about it. We won't read them out for a third time, but I think I think it's pretty clear what I asked you and why I asked you. We'd actually